In the hushed and rarefied world of luxury, where the air smells of rich leather and old money, the true product is often not the object itself but the story it tells and the status it confers. To understand a company like Bentley, one must look past the gleaming paint and the roaring 12-cylinder engines and peer into the quiet, meticulous workshops where the real magic and the real business strategy happens. This is the realm of Bentley Mulliner, a name that sounds more like a venerable old family than a corporate division. Mulliner is not merely a custom paint shop or an option for fancy wheels. It is the absolute pinnacle of personalization, the place where Bentley, already a symbol of immense success, is transformed into a one-of-a-kind masterpiece that reflects the singular fingerprint of its owner. The true cost of running such an operation is astronomical, not just in materials and skilled labor, but in the sheer investment of time, heritage, and brand capital. Yet, the return on this investment is not measured in simple profit margins from selling a few extraordinarily expensive cars. The return is far more profound and strategic. Mulliner is a lost leader of perception, a powerful engine that drives the entire Bentley brand forward by crafting an aura of unattainable excellence that makes every standard Bentley seem more desirable and, in a strange way, more accessible. The financial cost of maintaining the Mulliner division is a deep and constant drain on resources that would be unthinkable for a mainstream automaker. It begins with the people, the craftsmen and women whose skills are so specialized they cannot be found on any ordinary job market. These are individuals who have spent decades learning how to stitch a perfect hide of leather without a single blemish, who can shape wood veneers from trees that grew centuries ago, and who can hand polish aluminum to a mirror finish. Their salaries are a significant, ongoing expense, a commitment to preserving artisanal knowledge in a world of automation. Then there are the materials themselves. Mulliner does not work with ordinary supplies. A client might request a dashboard inlay made from the wood of a fallen tree from their own estate, a leather interior dyed to match the exact color of a favorite yacht, or polished titanium components normally reserved for aerospace engineering. Sourcing these unique, often bizarre materials is a logistical nightmare and incredibly expensive. The research and development for a single, one-off Mulliner commission can run into the hundreds of thousands of dollars before the first piece of metal is even cut. The tools and workshops themselves are another vast expense. This is not a production line. It is a series of ateliers, clean rooms, and design studios filled with bespoke equipment needed to fulfill dreams that have never been attempted before. The cost of a single Mulliner car, like the $500,000 Buckler, is staggering, but the cost of maintaining the entire division, with its permanent staff and infrastructure, ready to spring into action for a handful of clients each year, is a continuous financial burden that must be carried regardless of immediate sales. However, to view this expenditure through the narrow lens of a balance sheet is to miss the entire point. The real return on investment for Bentley Mulliner is not calculated in the profit from selling a handful of hyper-exclusive cars, but in the priceless marketing and brand elevation it provides for the entire Bentley lineup. Mulliner acts as a powerful halo, casting a glow of supreme desirability and capability over every vehicle that leaves the factory and crew. When a celebrity is photographed stepping out of a bespoke Mulliner Bentayga, or when a news article features a 1 of 12 Mulliner Continental GT, it does something powerful to the public consciousness. It reinforces the idea that Bentley is not just a car company, it is a purveyor of personal dreams. This narrative is then funneled down to the customer considering a more standard, though still very expensive, Bentley flying spur. That customer may never spend the extra $200,000 on a full Mulliner commission, but they are buying into the brand that possesses that capability. They are purchasing a piece of that exclusive dream. The knowledge that their car shares a bloodline with these rolling works of art, that it was built in the same place by the same company that can fulfill any automotive fantasy, adds immense perceived value to their purchase. It justifies the high price tag of the standard models. In this way, Mulliner makes the regular Bentley seem almost like a bargain, a gateway into a world of ultimate luxury. Furthermore, the Mulliner division serves as a living, breathing research and development lab for the future of Bentley. The extreme materials, innovative techniques, and bold designs pioneered for a handful of Mulliner clients often trickle down into the options list for the main production cars a few years later. A new stitching technique developed for a Mulliner commission might become an optional feature on the next generation Continental GT. An exotic would first used on a one-off car might, in a more sustainable and cost-effective form, become available on the Bentayga. This constant pushing of the boundaries in the Mulliner workshop ensures that Bentley's mainstream offerings remain at the cutting edge of luxury. It allows the company to test the waters with wealthy, adventurous clients before introducing new ideas to a wider audience. This process of innovation, funded directly by the Mulliner clients themselves, keeps the entire brand fresh and forward-looking, preventing it from becoming stagnant or reliant on past glory. The division is a crucible of creativity, and the lessons learned there are invaluable, saving the main company from costly missteps and ensuring its products continue to define the pinnacle of the automotive luxury world. The ultimate return on investment for Mulliner, however, is perhaps the most intangible yet most important: the cultivation of an almost mythical brand story. In a world flooded with mass-produced goods, even expensive ones, a story of true, human-centric craftsmanship is an incredibly powerful asset. The tales of Mulliner's exploits are modern legends. The client who had a champagne fridge built into his car, the one who commissioned a matching set of luggage that fits perfectly into the contours of the trunk, the one who wanted the interior to recreate the smell of his favorite library. These are not just sales anecdotes, they are the stuff of branding gold. They are shared at dinner parties, featured in magazine profiles, and discussed in online forums. This storytelling creates an emotional connection that transcends the metal and rubber of the car itself. It positions Bentley not as a manufacturer, but as a patron of individual expression. This narrative is what customers are truly buying. They are not just purchasing a mode of transport, they are investing in a piece of this story, in a legacy of catering to the most extravagant whims. This powerful emotional resonance is what builds unshakable brand loyalty and ensures that when someone thinks of the ultimate in automotive luxury, they think of Bentley. The Mulliner division, with its astronomical costs and its tiny output, is the guardian of this story. It is the proof that the promise is real. The cost of Mulliner is the price of a dream, and the return on that investment is a brand so powerful, so steeped in legend, that it can command the loyalty and the wallets of the world's most discerning customers for generations to come. It is a brilliant, long-term strategy where the most exclusive and expensive corner of the business fundamentally enables and elevates the entire enterprise.